Oh, it's been such a kind of a busy period, really. Me and Jill, for the first time, caught some winter sun in Madeira, and it seemed like in the blink of an eye, I was off with Rob Walker and Gav Axman Spins to Den Bosch on that epic trip. Some of you will have seen the travelogue video from that, and the edit of that, which is just the haul that I managed to pick up. I went with a low budget, didn't intend to spend a lot, didn't really spend a lot, but came back with a lot of gear. And in this last week, we've been off to Seville in southern Spain. Kind of a last minute city break, or at least Jill booked it a little while ago, and I just didn't give it much thought until the day before that. But I'm back now, and hopefully I'll catch up with making some more videos. And when I think about Den Bosch, one of the things that I learned in talking to Rob and to Gav is that it's always perplexed me how people in the vinyl community kind of communicate with each other, because you look on their profiles on their new YouTube channels and there's no email address or obviously no telephone numbers. In my own, I provide a link to my website, which is really my old business website that was just repurposed as a personal website, although I don't do much with it really, but my contact details are on there. But Rob and Gav were telling me that people use Instagram. Now, I came off Facebook and Twitter about 3 or 4 years ago after being on them for about 10 years or more, and got tired of the advertising, the lame communication. The posts that people were putting up it was really, really dull, and sadly, in closing down my Facebook account in particular, I kind of lost touch with a handful of friends from way back when. Maybe they'll be resurrected now that I've joined Instagram. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, I think my handle is David Atkinson 821, but it's in the description of this of my channel on YouTube, so you can find me there. So anyway, Seville. I had a mini haul. I didn't expect to buy any records whatsoever, and one of the things that I don't know where you guys and girls out there, whether your other half and you occasionally have an argument over how much vinyl and CDs that you've got, but it's a fairly regular occurrence in this house. Every couple of months we have a bit of a blowout, and then things settle down again. So it was a real surprise to me that in wandering around Seville with Jill, she actually located a record shop for me, and I managed to steal a bit of time in the last morning to go and buy a handful of records. Well, just a few records, and so I'll show those in a moment. But Seville, if you've never been, is an absolutely wonderful city. It's got a busy ring road, so lots of traffic on the ring road. But right in the center of the city, it's almost traffic free, and it's beautiful. Loads of narrow streets, alleyways. Fantastic shopping if you're into that sort of thing. Loads to see if you're a tourist ticking off tourist attractions. Bit too hot for me, and to be honest, 2 or 3 days in a big city, I'm kind of aching for open spaces and fewer people. You get tired of dodging people as they're walking in the opposite direction. So anyway, come the final morning, I was kind of ready to go home, but I thought, well, I'll wander in the direction of this record shop, not knowing exactly where it was, and I managed to find it. And it's here, and it's Record Sevilla. Amor Dix. I don't know what that means. Anybody who speaks Spanish, translate that for me. Anyway, whatever. And I managed to buy 3 records, and the first one I've kind of been looking for a little while, and every now and again I go online and see if I can find it, and it's just so expensive. But I managed to find this copy for €50, and it's a triple album, and it's the Smashing Pumpkins Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the Smashing Pumpkins, but this album has always intrigued me, and I managed to pick it up on CD a few years ago, and I thought it was really interesting, and I just think I'll give it more attention now that I've got a vinyl copy. So yeah, €50 on there, triple album. That's I'm sure that's going to be good, and that's going to go well with the Siamese Twins or whatever they call that album that I've already got. So that's the Smashing Pumpkins. This one was interesting. It's a kind of a blind buy, and it's an album called Still Life, and it's one of those classic Vertigo swirl albums. Now, don't get excited. It's not an original because it was €20. So they're €20. But interesting cover. I've listened to side one of this. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Uriah Heep with the organ and the harmonies. Some organ sounds that sound a little like Deep Purple, John Lord in the early days. But this is a really good reissue. Now, I've looked online. I think there are some reference to reissues, but I can't really find one. It's definitely not an original. I mean, look at this. It's got this modern inner, but it's got the swirl, and there's no reference to any other record company other than Vertigo, and there's no barcode on the sleeve. So I don't know whether it's some sort of a counterfeit or some such. But anyway, I'm really pleased to pick that up for €20. And another one I've had my eyes open for a little while, because I had this back in the 80s and somehow it went missing. But I'm told this vinyl reissue it's got some superior sound, and even though I've got it on CD, I had to get a copy of Jack Michelson's Off the Wall. So yeah, absolutely classic album, of course, amazing. Loads of great tunes on there, and I think it probably went missing because this came out during my nightclub years, and I was listening to this music mostly in nightclubs. So I didn't get a lot of play back at home, so I've probably considered it superfluous. Anyway, so that's my mini haul from Seville. Now, the Den Bosch trip, I came back with too many albums. I haven't counted them up, but I've been listening to a few of them before I went away. Worth saying a few things about them. First one was Propaganda's A Secret Wish. Now, Rob Walker found this one for me. I'd seen copies of this now and again in record fairs, and I always didn't buy it because it comes with like a paper in a sleeve, picture sleeve in a sleeve, and the record's always in there, and it's always got hairline scratches on it. And I don't mind paying £5 for something like that, but it was always going for about 10 or 12 or something. I don't know how much Rob paid for it. Hopefully not much. But I cleaned it, put it on, and it's absolutely immaculate. So great album in brilliant condition. So super pleased about that. A blind buy from Den Bosch that I've listened to is a band called Asanthe or Acanthe, Asanthe I think, and it's called Someone Somewhere. And this is one of those Vertigo Swirl type reissues, most definitely. This one has shades of kind of Genesis, but imagine Genesis without the really complex and interesting drumming and percussion. And the guitar tone is a little bit too mainstream rock rather than Steve Hackett's use of effects and everything. Very pleasant French prog. No idea about this before I managed to pick it up. But on that original travelogue video and the whole video, I think I said I paid about 10 or 11 euros for that one, so I'm pleased with that. I bought 2 copies of this one. It's a Material, Life's Hard and Then You Die. I bought 2 copies for €2 each, simply because I wasn't sure which one was the best copy. I put one through the cleaner, played it, plays absolutely fantastic. So no surface noise there, that's brilliant. And a great like indie pop album from the 80s. This one is surely a bootleg, and it's the Beach Boys, the vocals only. And the in the 90s, I think it was, the Beach Boys put out a Pet Sounds box set 4 CD box set, or was it 3? I can't quite remember. But one of the discs was called, I think, Stack of Vocals, and it was just the isolated vocals from the sessions. And sometimes you get a gap in the vocals that seems a little bit too long because there's an instrumental break going on in the song, and the original song. I thought they could have done something about that. But this is just great. If you like the Beach Boys and you like those harmonies, this is beautiful. It's really fantastic. Well worth finding, even though it's a boot. It's almost certainly a boot. This one I've been looking for a while, and that's Patti Smith's Dream of Life. Didn't disappoint. Again, another immaculate copy. This one, slightly disappointing because I like this artist and I've got a lot of his stuff. And it's Robert Fripp, of course, and this is Washington Square Church. And this is a double live album with him, I think pretty much Frippatronic improvisations on it. Kind of sounds just like Robert Fripp's Frippatronics. It's kind of, I've got the Exposure box set. That great solo album that he put out after he disbanded King Crimson for several years. And the Frippatronic instrumental stuff on that sounds similar to this, but it's going to be one that I'm going to sort of dig out once in a blue moon. This one, another, again, these are all from Den Bosch, of course. Mary Clayton, great singer, back up with the Stones, of course. This is good. On Instagram, I posted a little bit of a clip of one of the songs along with the album cover. That's kind of what you expect, but very, very well done. Like that one. This one was Blind, €2.50 from Den Bosch again. And this is Sean Phillips' Contribution. This is a late 60s singer-songwriter, but American. Lots of different instruments on here. I won't go through them all. It's a bit of a curio. It's very well regarded, and it's got a race tube. I've never heard of this guy, but probably someone like Mazzy will probably know this music. But I'm impressed by this. Yeah, I'm impressed. It's kind of hard to explain really, but that was a blind buy. That's come good. And finally, this was an album that was still sealed. From the date of its original issue. There's a little box of new old stock as we call them, and this is and I'm at it, they were just cheap as chips, €3 or something. And this is an RCA, and this is the Guess Who, Power in the Music, and this is the got a die cut sleeve. Although I've never seen this before, and I don't know whether other ones exist, but the Guess Who. My favourite, of course, is American Woman, like most people. But this is solid. From what I've heard of this is solid stuff. So I quite like that one. And, when I'm crossing North America in July, I'm going to be looking out for some high-quality copies of Guess Who albums, because I quite like them. So there you go. Seville, small success, 3 decent albums, and some of the examples of stuff that I bought from Den Bosch. Anyway, enough for now. I'll see you soon.